Hey everybody, T-Man again, bringing you guys another fucking video, and this video will be doing my second video, non-wrestling video, and this one, as you can see in the description, will be talking about my Thor action figures, my Thor collectible action figures of the Diamond Select brand, and also the Funko Pop line. I got the new yeah, you could probably see it back on my shelf for the last few videos, but can't see it on my shelf right now because I have it over here. I'm gonna be talking about it right now. You can see the box here for this Pop Avengers Age of Ultron Thor vinyl figure I'm gonna be talking about, and also 3 Diamond Select Thor figures. God damn it, can't get fucking comfortable over here. Anyways, I'm out of breath. I just came up and down the stairs checking on my son. Those of you who watch my videos know I do these videos while my son is napping. So I was being a good daddy and I was checking on my little boy. But anyways, I decided to do more of these action figure reviews. I might be doing some comic reviews and some comic book discussion videos. Those of you who know that this is one of my passions, so I decided, no, fuck it, let's make some fun videos and also do some non-wrestling videos. As you guys can tell, this channel's majority wrestling videos, but I am going to be doing a lot more of these comic book reviews, discussion videos, movie reviews, figure reviews, along with the wrestling. But the majority, there will be a lot, 3 to 4 wrestling videos a week. I'm trying. I just pumped like 5-6 wrestling videos I just shot, and I'm going to release throughout the day. I might do 1 a day, 2 a day, depending on how many I actually shoot right away. But I just shot a shit ton of wrestling videos. I got tongue-tied. Now I'm doing that. I just did my Carnage review video, so if you guys have not seen that, go ahead and check out that Carnage video one. I really loved that Carnage. I actually bought, that was the only Marvel Select I went out and bought it the day that it came out. I just got into these Diamond Selects probably about a little before the year. A little before last year, the end of 2014. But anyways, let's stop talking about that and let's get right into the figures before we go into the Diamond Select. I already teased it. Let's start off with the Vinyl Pop. Right here from the Avengers Age of Ultron, and you can see all the ones you can collect right here. Age of Ultron Pop figures. I've never been into the Pops until recently. I'm not really into them. I'm not going to collect them all. As you can see, I got a Rick Grimes. I might get 1 or 2, a couple of them here and there. But at first, I thought they were the most stupid thing in the world. I mean, they've been really popular, these Pop figures, and I just got into them. And I'm not really into them, but I'm getting them here and there. Like if a character is cool and if it looks badass or whatever, I might pick them up if they're cheap enough to pick up. And another one I'm really cool about, I'm going to do a review when it comes in. I just subscribed to the Marvel Corps, the Marvel box, and you can see in the Marvel box, one of the exclusives that you could only get in that Marvel Corp is this Hulkbuster right here. This 6-inch Hulkbuster, and I'll be doing a review on that. I'm gonna keep it in the box because already on eBay, some bitches are going for $40-50 already. Or between $30 and $50. So anyways, here's the box. You got a good view of the box right here. And here is the actual figure itself. I'm not going to be going into details or whatever these Pop figures are, where they are, but it is a bobblehead type of figure right here. Really cool. So I just thought I got it at my local comic book shop a couple weeks ago. Thought it was really cool. And the only one I might get out of this Age of Ultron lineup is I might get a Hulk and maybe an Ultron. I mean, maybe that's about it. I mean, I'm not looking to collect them all or nothing about that. So now let's go on to the main event, guys. The Marvel Select. Let's start off with the very first. I'm going to go in order on release date. Let's go on the very first one here that I have. I don't have all the Diamond Select Thors. Well, let's talk about Classic Thor right here. Let's get you guys a good close-up here of Classic Thor. Badass! Look at this guy. Look at the cape. It's like hard plastic. You see the back of him. Look at the boots. This is really cool if you like classic Thor, you know, from the comic books, from, you know, like the old school comic books from like the Stan Lee type days, Jack Kirby days, you know, from the 60s, 70s. I don't know when Thor was published by Lee. It could have been in the late 60s, 70s, 80s. I don't know, so somewhere around that time period. But this is like classic original Thor. He does not come with that many accessories at all. He does come with a base. His base is this very colorful rock, and what I like about the Diamond Selects is all their bases have a lot of detail in their paint and their sculpt. I mean, you can see the little holes in the rocks right here, and it only has one peg. I really wish it had two pegs, because as you can see on the feet has two pegs right here. And over here, it doesn't have a whole lot of pegs. It only has the one peg for one shoe, so it does fall off. You have to make sure you don't play with it too much, because it just stands in like that, and it could fall off really easy. The hammer is really generic. As you can see, it's a really long hammer. See, it just looks like a little rock on a stick. I don't know, but that's how it was. It does have the little wrap right here. There's not a whole much you could do with this figure as far as like putting them in different poses or anything. You can see on his arm, his arm doesn't move too well. You really have to, I don't want to break his arm, or put him in an arm bar. I'm just kidding. But you can see that he goes up like this. He could really only move his arm like that. It's really hard to get his arm straight down. You can get it straight down, but it is a little bit of a challenge to get his arms straight down. It goes up. Cape kind of gets in the way. You could maybe kind of force, no, he won't all the way go up, but you can move it like this. You really can't move his head at all. It goes side to side like this. Can't really bend it too much. Knees go like this. No ankle pivot at all. Barely moves like that. It's really hard to move this figure around. He does have a little leg swivel right here. And that's about it. There's not a whole lot this Thor can do. Can't really go in a whole lot of stances. But if you just want a classic original Thor, this is the figure for you. I mean, he can't go in a whole lot of stands, but if you just like the way the old, if you're a fan of the old classic Thor, he is really cool. The paint job is awesome. I love the little black wash, how he's painted in here. Very great to the original book. The hair is painted real nice. Great detail on the figure. So if you're a big fan of detail on the paint job on this guy, this is the bad boy for you. Now, there's also different movie versions of Thor. I don't have those. I do want to pick up the new one coming out this summer, the Age of Ultron movie version Thor. They did have one that came out with the Dark World that sold out real fast. So let's move on to this Thor. And for a while, this was my favorite Thor figure for a while, until the spinning Disney exclusive came out, the spinning hammer one. I'm gonna get into that. That's gonna be the main event, guys. But let's get into this Thor right here. And this Thor is absolutely awesome. This was from when Thor came back from the dead. I forgot who wrote that Thor issue. I had the whole books over here. Where are they? Where are they? Oh, of course, they're the very bottom ones here on my pile, but it's pretty much dead on to this guy from the comic book, like completely dead on. So this guy was just completely badass. Before we get into detail with him, here is the base that he came with right here, and I love this, like this little balcony, you know. That's why I have them, like, I always have them at the edge. At first I had my figures right here. I had my Thors right here, but then I got the Carnage, so I moved them around. I put my Thors up here, and then I have them like right here in the middle, like kind of looking over my house, protecting my house a little bit from the evils over here. So again, like I said on the last one, all the Marvel ones are, all the Marvel bases have great detail. You can see in that rock, it kind of looks like real rock, just the way it's painted, very beautifully. It has these little things here if you want to put them on the wall and like kind of put Thor really on top of your house to really protect your house a little bit. Anyways, I'm not going to spend too much time on the base, because this is probably going to be a long enough video anyways. Let's talk about this hammer. I like this hammer a lot more than the original hammer on this one. You can see it's more of like a rock hammer, like an old ancient rock. I love that. And you can see they put a lot of detail here on this rock. Look at that. Boom. And look, they don't get lazy on that. Look at the detail alone, like on the handle. Look at that handle right there. See that? Boom. Look at that. It's twisty right here. So it's a really cool hammer, this version of Mjolnir. I really like this version, really badass. And let's get to the figure itself. He moved, first of all, you can just see the painting. Look at his boots, man. It's great painting on his boots. I really like how his boot looks like. Really cool right here. And you can see the silver right here, painted very, very well, just like most of the Marvel Selects. I really like it. He has the little skirt apron right here, a lot of detail around his belt and coming around right here. They don't get lazy at all, and you should never get lazy with the fucking God of Thunder, ever. Look at that, and you see his face right here, very cool, and the cape. See, again, they have a little, I like how the cape, I love how all the Thor capes, you can see on this one, on the spinning Thor and this one, they're all slightly a little bit different, and obviously this one on the original one's way different. And the texture of the cape is a little bit different on all of them too, so I like that. And let's get into the movement on this one. Head, go down, head can't go all the way up. He doesn't really turn side to side too great. You have to kind of force him to. Saying, I don't. See, I don't want to break the fucker. These things are expensive. But yeah, so I don't try to move the head too much. Arm right here. Fuck you. And like this. So this one moves a little better than the original one. Not too much more. He has better swivel right here. Cannot bend down at all. Can move up, down. Ankle moves like this. Ankle moves like that. No pivot at all on the ankles, so that kind of sucks. But the base is a little bit more better to put on. Again, just like the last one, only has one peg right here, and he has two peg holes. Like all the Marvel Selects have two peg holes, but you can only put it in one guy. And but it's okay because this one holds a little bit better because it's a little bit more flat down, so it fits a little bit better. Now let's move on to the main event. That comes with a little bit more accessories, and that is this one, by far my favorite Thor figure right here, and that's this bad boy right here. Look at that badass with the spinning hammers. Looks like he's spinning like, you know how he spins the hammer like that. They made a figure like that, and this is badass. This is by far my favorite fucking Thor figure, and not to mention my favorite Marvel Selects, and until the Carnage come out. Now, by far Carnage and this one are my two favorites. Am I saying that because those are the two recent Marvel Select figures? I don't think so. I mean, they're just keep getting better, and I'm gonna show you where this Thor figure is more based off of. I have this one right out. It's based off more of the Jason Aaron and Assad Ribic storyline of Thor, and I love how they make these Marvel Selects. Some of them they base off the book, and you can see this one right here, this Thor issue #1 by Ribic and all that. See that? Boom, badass. So his art is more based off of this right here. This is the Thor that it's based off of. More the run. If you see other covers, you can see that it's really based off of that. Here you can see here's issue. Here's issue 3. I don't know if you guys can see it due to the comic plastic here. But see, here you go right there. So that's pretty badass. But anyways, that's the run that figure is based off of. And let's get into the detail right here. Look at that. God, that is just badass, man. I could look at this all day. And this one is a Disney Store exclusive. And I think I got it pretty much the first week it came out. Like, I didn't know it was coming out. No one really released that this figure was coming out. I was at, I have Disneyland passes with my family, with my wife and my kids, and I just got out of Star Tours or whatever, and we were walking in the store, and they have a little Marvel section, and I saw this bad boy, and I squirted my pants. I'm like, holy shit. And you know what? Well, what I loved about getting it at Disneyland, boy, it was cheaper to get it at Disneyland, because it's retail price $24, and on my annual pass, I get a discount, and I think I ended up saving $1. I got it for maybe $22, $23 or something like that because of the pass. But hey, man, that's like, fuck, that's like getting like $1 off and not paying taxes on this. So shit, that's badass for me. So anyways, let's take off the hammer. Oh, and by the way, it did come with a base, a very generic little circle base, but I gave that to Wolverine back there, and so I'm not even going to show you to it. There's no art detail. It's just a simple black little circle base, and this Thor doesn't need it. And I'll explain why he doesn't need it, because this Thor, we talk about movements with the other past two Thors, this Thor, holy shit. This Thor has movement. So anyways, let's get on to his accessory right here. Look at the spinning hammer. Thor can swing Mjolnir right at your ass. And look at that, man. They go into detail on every single hammer. They do not get lazy with the artwork at all on this thing. And it is just badass. Absolutely badass. So let's get into the actual figure itself. As you can see, the head is awesome, and this has the best movement out of all the Thor figures, and I'll explain. It's not just the best visual looking Thor, it's also the best moving Thor. So if you want a Thor that can move and also look good, this is the motherfucker I recommend, and not to mention it's the most current Thor. I would like to see him come out with the woman Thor figure. Let me show you what that cunt looks like. Oh my god, there's been a lot of girl Thors. This one right here, I would have really liked them to come up with a Marvel Select like that. It would be cool to see Thor with tits, right? A female Thor with tits and an ass. I would love to see what Marvel Select could do with that. So anyways, let's get into the movement of this guy. He moves head to head. He also has an exchangeable head. I will show you that after I get into it. Moves up and down. Great head movement right here, and he does have this little thing coming off his helmet, this little brace. It's a little rubbery, so it comes up like that. Really awesome. Arms move up all the way down. Bicep swivel right here. Forearm goes up and down like this. You can move the elbows. Really cool, no problem. Same thing with the other hand. He doesn't, the only complaint is he doesn't have too much movement here on the ankles. Can move the legs a lot right here. That's great leg movement right here. Look at that leg movement. You got a little red right here. Try not to pull up with that because a little bit of the red painting could chip off a little bit. Great knee movement right here, as you can see. Great, awesome knee movement. Ankle moves like that, and great ankle pivot. Look at that. Boom. We have a Thor with ankle pivot. And like I said earlier, that is the whole reason why he doesn't need a base. You can move him in all different ways because he has that ankle pivot. So you could put him in a lot of different stance. Now let's talk about a little bit of the accessories. He also has a helmet, a head without a helmet. Right here. He has this head base right here. Look at that, look at the hair. And I'll show you what it looks like with that, because unlike the Carnage one, this head comes off real easy. And the peg, those of you who saw my Carnage video, this fucking peg right here kept coming off on the Carnage. But I moved the heads a few times on the Carnage, and now I'm not having that problem anymore. But when I first got it, the peg did come off on that Carnage. So anyways, let's slap this head on here. Boy, this is becoming a lengthy video, but I'm doing four action figure reviews, not just one. And boom, here's what he looks like without the helmet. Look at that. Boom. I am Odin's son, which is what they call him right now in the comic books, not Thor, because he does not have the power of Thor right now, or the hammer. He just has the big badass axe, and they just call him Odin's son. Look at that. I want my hammer back, bitch. And if I had if they make a Diamond Select makes a girl figure, I would like that. They do have other line of figures, Marvel Legends and all that. I really like Select, and I don't feel like having a bunch of action figures. I like the Diamond Select. I'm sticking with the Diamond Select. And I really like this on there, his boots right here. Anyways, and he does have, let me take this head off. Thor lost his head. Put back the hammer, the helmet one, the one that I like. And let's put, you take off his hand, and he does have a hand and another hammer. And this hammer and the hand, you can take them apart. I just have it like this in case if I want to slap the wrist back on this one, you can have your Thor with just a single hammer stance Thor like this. Boom. Standing above all rest. There's a little ice cream man coming down. I don't want ice cream right now, guys. I'm doing a video for you fine people. See? Boom. And that's pretty much it. So he comes with the hands, this hand right here to hold this, the spinning hammer. So you have this stance, this one, and this one, this head. So by far, this is my favorite Thor figure out of the 3 Marvel Selects. I'll review my 4th Marvel Select, Thor, when that video comes out, and I might be doing more. A lot of these figures have been out for a while. I'm just getting around and doing them because I really enjoy it. So anyways, that'll conclude this video. If you have not checked out some of my wrestling videos, if you're a wrestling fan, I am the expert of fucking wrestling, and I have a lot of videos that I've been pumping out. And I shot a lot of videos today, guys. Wrestling videos. I will be coming out on different type of things. I've been doing a lot of speed videos, some just quick topic related videos. I'm going to still be doing my in-depth videos. I'll be doing a couple other comic book related type videos coming soon, and all different types of fun stuff. So please subscribe, leave your comments on the bottom, and I'll see you motherfuckers later. Bye.